Good afternoon, welcome back to the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. We've just seen another cracker. What a day it's been, halfway through day two here. Sunday afternoon session. Earlier on, Andrew Gilding, 12-10 winner over Damon Heta. Both players averaging over a ton. And we've just seen Dirk Duijvenbode recover from 6-2 down to beat Rob Cross by 10 legs to 8. Mark Wilson with Paul Nicholson ahead of our third game. Peter Wright against Jermaine Wattimena. But some comeback that from Dirk Duijvenbode, Nico.
Yeah, really good fighting spirit there from Dirk Duijvenbode, and that's something he's needed over the last couple of years since he's had injury problems, and he's been patient. He's waited for his spots. Now, he didn't really wait for a spot in that game. He created a spot for himself. Rob did make a mistake towards the end of that game. He had 32 left. He splits the 16s. Then he goes for double 8 and hits another single 16. And then Dirk's sitting on 137. He patiently waits to feel comfortable on the shot. Then he gets to the 57. The treble 19 found. He goes to tops. He hits the first one, and he just knows the third one's going to go in. That changed the game. And all of a sudden, Cross looked crestfallen, and Dirk looked ready to topple Rob. He did that in 18 legs. A stunning game to follow up what we saw and heard in our first one with Gilding and Heta. And now we have a world champion playing on a Sunday afternoon. Snakebite, the 2021 World Matchplay champion.
Yeah, should be a cracker, this one. Peter Wright, as you said, won it in 2021, has been a runner-up here as well. He did beat Jermaine Wattimena at the World Championships back in Christmas time. That was live on talkSPORT, of course. Wattimena never won a game here. 4 visits, 4 defeats. First time he's been here, though, in 4 years. And I think it's fair to say we're seeing a better version now of Jermaine Wattimena. Probably the best chance he's had to win a game here.
Yeah, I think he's rejuvenated a little bit. And obviously making the final of the European Championship last year, where he ultimately lost out to Richie Woodhouse, was a good thing. I'm just not sure as to whether having a break from the match play is a good thing or a bad thing when you've never won here. We're about to find out, because John McDonald is about to bring out Jermaine Wattimena.
Time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome from the Netherlands, taking part in his 5th World Matchplay, a World Grand Prix and a Grand Slam quarter-finalist. Time to meet Machine Jermaine Wattimena.
Well, just for a second there, Mark, I was thinking, what's he got in store for us? Maybe a new walk-on track, a little bit of an intro, and then all of a sudden he just goes full Dirk Duijvenbode on us. Typically Dutch. It's going to be fast and firing from the machine gun in this last 32 match at the World Matchplay. But is this going to be the day where he breaks his duck? The thing is, and we can't ignore this now, the Dutch are having an unbelievable tournament. They are undefeated so far. And it's now Jermaine Wattimena who's got to try and keep that record alive against the 2-time world champion Peter Wright.
Yeah, wins for Noppert, Van Veen, Wessel Nijman, and we've seen Dirk Duijvenbode make it through. Jermaine Wattimena had his name to that list.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Scotland, a World Matchplay champion, a 2-time World Cup champion, and a 2-time champion of the world. Let's get this party started. Snakebite, Peter Wright.
I don't say this lightly, Mark, but I had a chat with Peter this morning. My first reaction was, I haven't seen him in a good couple of months. He looks about 5 years younger. I think he's been on the pro retinol. But the thing is, he's always got the fans. He's always got the vibrancy. He's still a top 16 player. whenever we question where he's going in his career, he pops up and he does something. Just under 2 years ago, we were asking the same questions. He went and won the European Championship. Last year, we thought, where's your career at? He won the German Darts Championship, beating Littler in the final. We're asking those questions again. So, Peter, what have you got in the locker? He's looking good. He's a lean, mean darting machine. Looks fresh and ready. He's got a little bit of tan in his skin as well, maybe getting a little bit of outside work done at his property in the Norfolk Broads. But it'll be really interesting to see if he can keep Wattimena down.
Well, he's signing plenty of autographs on his way up. He does. He looks in a good place at the moment. We know he's still got those big performances in him. Can he do it over a week and make it through to another match play final? He's dancing across the stage. He's got the brightly coloured pants on, the dark blue traditional darting shirt, very up Peter Wright like. Shakes hands with Jermaine Wattimena. Winner of this one will take on Chisnall or Dirk in round 2. Is that right? You're looking at me? No, well, come on, you just give me a funny look there, Paul. Who's going to win it and why?
I think Peter Wright wins it for 2 reasons. I just get the feeling that he'll feel ready for this game, and maybe Jermaine Wattimena's got a few ghosts here. There are certain people who come here and this place just does not cooperate for whatever reason, but maybe the fact that the practice rooms have been rejuvenated have given people like Wattimena who've never won here just that little bit of difference to feel more comfortable. When you change your practice facility and you don't have to go into that sweat box upstairs, because that's exactly what it used to be. You play here in July, the conditions weren't perfect upstairs, but now they are, and the players are showing us with the quality over the last 6 matches that it is having a difference.
The winner of this one, of course, will play Luke Little or Ryan Searle. That's why you give me a full look. You should have just told me. That would have been perfectly fine.
I want to run you under the bus.
No, it's fine. You've factually got to be right. It's well, a bit of a carrot, or maybe it's not. Littler against Searle. Still to come, of course. Double session of darts here. We'll be back tonight from 7. But Jermaine Wattimena, he's been in decent form. Can he keep that going here with a win over Peter Wright? A handshake between the two. 2 crackers to kick off. Andrew Gilding beat Damon Heta in a tiebreaker 12-10, and we've just seen Dirk van Duijvenbode win by 10 legs to 8. And you're looking at Peter Wright's darting equipment with a raised eyebrow.
Yes, because the first question every time Peter plays is, what's he using? Well, this one piques my interest because these barrels that he's using, they have a diamond coating on them, minimal grip patterns, they're gold in colour, small black stem, standard looking flight with his nickname emblazoned on them. The reason they've got my interest is because these are the kind of barrels he was using when he won the tournament in 2021. He didn't just win it, he dominated it. It is one of the best tournament performances in the history of the Professional Darts Corporation. I'm not overselling it, it was simply that good. Tournament-wide, he averaged over 104.
Yeah, it was outstanding, wasn't it? Peter Wright, winner and a finalist here. Big first job to make it through to round 2. Opening leg race to 10, unless we get to 9-9, in which case you've got to win by 2 clear legs.
Starting to realise why Peter Wright looks a little bit younger here in this tournament. He looks good on the dartboard as well. That's a 140 to leave 72 after 12 darts. He's got rid of the facial hair.
Yeah, clean shaven Peter Wright.
Somebody got him a razor for his birthday back in March. He looks good. 72 to take this first leg. On the throw. Down for the 16s, gets a single. He'll try to double up there, he does. Now tops to take the 72 out. That looks really, really good. That was sharp. Maybe not as sharp as what we saw at the start of matches last night, when we had 13s and 11s to start matches. But that 15-dart hold proves that Peter Wright is ready for this game here this afternoon.
Only 58 for Wattimena. Wright leading a leg to 0. He's above and below the treble. Can't find A trouble with his third and final darts, only 60 scored. Wattimena's been a bit erratic early on here.
Yeah, I get the feeling he's just caught in the headlights here. Hasn't been here for 4 years. Made his debut in 2018, the year that we saw Gary Anderson crowned champion. 12-10 he lost in the first round that year, Jermaine, to James Wade. He, of course, is through to the last 16, but since then, Wattimena hasn't been close to a victory. This is probably his biggest mental hurdle, coupled with the fact that he still hasn't won a PDC title. He's been close on numerous occasions. 258 for Wattimena, right on 346. That troubleless visit there takes him into the same vicinity as the Dutchman.
Yeah, we're looking for an early break, as Wattimena just wants to get that first leg on the board. Only 60. It's been a slow leg, this. He's on 198 after 12 darts.
Yeah, Peter with what can only be described as almost an off-white Mohican in this game, with a little bit of multicoloured tipping on it. Looks like a member of Zig Zig Sputnik from the 1980s. You were a band and a half. He used to sing songs for movies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. 228 Wright. Should be getting to a finish from here. Wattimena's already on one of 138. And Wright's about to join him.
Yeah, he is. Tunley's 128, so a little bit of pressure on here. Treble 19 hit though, and again, beautiful from Wattimena. Takes out the 138 on double 12. That was clinical.
Yeah, it really was. And considering the fact that the 138 was taken out for an 18 dart leg, shows how a little bit off the scoring was. But fair play to Jermaine, getting that big ton plus check out to level at 1-1. He's very much alleviated some of the early nerves now, but his treble 19 shooting's been really good. 96 there with one treble 19 and a single. Gets him to 405 after 3 darts here. Right back at the hockey after a 140 start.
Yeah, 1-1, race to 10. Golf continues over on talkSPORT 2, and that looks like being a bit of a procession. Scotty Scheffler looks like he's going to pick up yet another major title.
59.
If he wins that this afternoon, that means he needs the same major title as Phil Mickelson to get the Grand Slam. They both need a US Open.
I know he'll be back in to win it. It won't be Phil.
100.
Peter Wright looking to win another major title. Jermaine Wattimena looking to just win a game in Blackpool. Not been a happy hunting ground for him.
If anything, that's compartmentalising everything. It's not about rankings right now for Jermaine, it's about winning one game, and that game is now, so you focus on nothing else but this. That's the way I'm seeing it. If he's feeling that, good, but he will be feeling pressure right now, because this is not a sparkling game so far, but it could materialise into one. 1-2-1 here for Wright to take a 2-1 lead, and he's got 6 darts for it.
He does. For the ball, hit 19, so he's on 102 now. Single 20 hit. Pondering. Wattimena's on 190, can't finish. Stayed on the 20s and leaves himself on 62.
Yeah, this is straight from Wattimena. It's a nice solid ton to leave 90, but Wright's on 62 here. He'll go for the treble 10. He won't get it, he'll get a small 10. Up for the big 20, which he gets. Aims for the 32 bed. Double 16 missed to the right slightly, and the door is ajar for Wattimena to take a break of throw. What's he going to need? 120, gets one more. He's got a shot at the bull, and he clicks it the way that Damon Heta was when he was taking out 2 130 checkouts earlier on. Ultimately in vain, because he would lose out to Andrew Gilding, who didn't have a great deal to say in his post-match interview, Mark.
No, it was pretty laid back. You can have a watch of it on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. I think the biggest thing we got out of him is he's doing some work on his house and he needs a few quid to pay for it. That was the long and short of it, really. He was quite laid back about probably the best performance of his life at Blackpool.
Yeah, everybody needs a little bit of a motivator, I guess. We used to say that James Wade's always dangerous when he needs a new car. Well, these guys are earning great money on the tour right now, and if you look after your finances, you can be in a very comfortable position very quickly. Peter Wright has made millions from this sport. Lives a country lifestyle in East Anglia. That's where he's lived for most of his life. As for Jermaine, it's not about money for him, it's about winning games and finally getting a PDC title. He's been close over the last 12 months twice. He's on 150 here after 9 darts, and Peter Wright, after winning the first leg in 15 darts, hasn't delivered a great deal since.
Oh, he hasn't. Wattimena, 150, reduced. Oh, brilliant layup. Leaves double 8, 1, 3, 4 scored, and Wright is a mile away at the minute.
Haven't had a maximum in this game yet, but if Wright gets one, or had he got one, he would have left 36. He'll settle for the 140, that's good pressure. But Wattimena's on double 8 for a 3-1 lead, and he takes it right away. If you watch Jermaine Wattimena a lot, he is constantly, when he's doing good things or bad things, looking to the left of the board. He's someone who needs support. People he knows, whether it's his partner, his manager, some sort of person to give him a look or a signal to give him confidence. It is vital for his game. He has that here, and he has a 3-1 lead as well after hitting 3 out of 3 on the doubles.
Yeah, 100%, averaging 93.56 up to press, and it is, well, he's a streak player for me, Wattimena. When he gets on a run, he's very difficult to stop. If you can get on top of him, not always the most resilient, is he, when it comes to fighting back? So the early lead is a big advantage to Wattimena.
Yeah, he's had some feisty encounters with Joe Cullen over the last couple of years. I think it's fair to say that those two don't like each other very much, but that's not the case with this fixture. Peter Wright on 399, 2 treble 20s and a somewhat wayward big 5 there to leave himself just ahead of Wattimena, who's on 303 here, going down south to the 19s. Eventually gets a treble after a 7 and a 19. He's on 206 now, a dart ahead of Wright, who keeps going left and right on the line, just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, he is. He adjusted well, found a treble 20 that, well, just nudges him in front here. But Wattimena from 206 is smacking in. Oh, what a visit again. 174 to leave double 16. That is a wonderful layup, and he's going to get a shot for a 4-1 lead at the break.
And there's a genuinely world-class shot there from Jermaine. No matter what Wright does here from 179, Wattimena's going to get a look at 32 to take a 4-1 lead into the break. 719s from Wright with 2 trebles and a single to leave 46. Doesn't mean anything. Wattimena splits 16s, but he does not miss double 8. And just like James Wade from last night in the entirety of his game, Wattimena is visit perfect on the doubles in the first session here. He takes a 4-1 lead, and after losing that first leg mark, he's looked like the better player.
Well, he has. Peter Wright is staying up on stage to throw a few more darts. Well, Jermaine Wattimena goes for a comfort break. 94 the average, 4 out of 5. But what about those 2 layup plays? I mean, broken in leg 3 to leave 2-1. He then hits the 1-3-4 to leave double 8, which he takes. And then in that 5th leg, it's 1-7-4 to leave double 16, which he eventually finished in 2 darts.
Yeah, it's those kind of shots that are very unheralded and aren't spoken about enough. In golfing terms, it's very apt because we can talk in golfing terms because it's open weekend. But imagine if you're, say, 125 yards to 85 yards out and you're constantly putting it into 15 feet. People will say, wedge play, wow, giving yourself lots of chances. Jermaine in this game, he's in the range of, say, 210 to about 150, and he's putting in inch perfect shots to give himself chances to take legs out. And if we're going to liken putting to doubling, he is on a white hot streak with the putter, because 4 out of 5 is exemplary, and I think it's a very fair result of 4-1 at the break.
Yeah, it's a fair reflection. He reeled off 4 on a spin after Wright took out the opening match. Still to come this afternoon, Dave Chisnall takes on Mike De Decker, their first meeting here in Blackpool. Chisnall has reached a couple of Pro Tour semi-finals. What's been a quiet period for him. Mike De Decker reached a European Tour final earlier in the year, lost to Luke Littler. It's been announced he's going on the World Series of Darts, so an opportunity for Mike De Decker, and they want to put on a good showing here, having gone out early at the Worlds.
Yeah, I think so. Mike's had a really interesting 12 months. First, he misses out on the World Cup last year, and then he gets in the World Cup squad very recently with Dimitri Vandenberg, who had taken a break from the sport. They have this heart-crushing defeat to the Philippines, which would have affected anyone. But in a singles respect, it's been a very up and down season for Mike. I think he's still trying to find his feet. No better time than right now, going toe-to-toe with one of the best 180 hitters this sport has ever seen. I'd like to think that if both turn up, we've got a bit of a humdinger, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a one-sided affair either way. Chisnall here hasn't played well the last few years. Mike is due a good performance here, but there are no guarantees of that.
No, certainly aren't any guarantees. We will find out. Mason Danter will have that one with you. You're obviously on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel right now. When we've done here this afternoon, you might want to catch up. Got interviews up there. Andrew Gilding and Dancer just been speaking backstage to Dirk van Duijvenbode as well. Remember, it is a double session today. We will be back again at 7 p.m. this evening. Gary Anderson, Luke Woodhouse, Jonny, Clayton, Martin Schindler, Luke Littler against Ryan Searle, and Stephen Bunting will take on Ryan Joyce. And then we do it all again tomorrow night. Chris Dobey looking to build on more Pro Tour victories. He takes on Ricardo Pietreczko. Going Price, who's the man in form at the minute. One on the World Series of Darts, one on the European Tour, and being a runner-up in a Pro Tour event. He takes on World Cup winner Daryl Gurney. Michael Van Gerwen, well, he reignites his long-running battle with Raymond van Barneveld. They met here in 2009. Barney won that one 10-3. Will Barney get the better of his younger rival tonight? And tomorrow. And Ross Smith takes on another World Cup winner in Josh Rock.
Oh, I can't wait for that game. Everybody is salivating at the prospect of Smudger against Rocky. My word, what a game that could turn out to be. It's got a very hard act to follow because this tournament so far, 7 games in, has been sparkling. Wright's going to have to be sparkling at the start of session 2 here. He's 4-1 down. Wattimena just picking up where he left off there. 140 start in leg number 6. Loads of snakebite fans out there, and a lot of them are not singing right now because Wattimena is gunning with his first 180 of the entire game.
He is. Hugh Ware, our referee, I believe you've been recording a podcast, Hugh's podcast, that's out there on Monday. You're going to be on it, aren't you?
Yeah, he was chatting to me yesterday. He was quite in-depth. He was asking a few personal questions. I didn't mind answering them, but yeah, Hugh's got himself a podcast now. He's gone big time, hasn't he?
He has. He's changed. Here comes Peter Wright, hoping to change his fortunes. Maximum number 1 for snakebite.
Just a little bit late. Wattamena's on double 16 for an 11 darter. What a leg that is to start the second mini session here. 5-1 up Wattimena, and right now he's smelling the prospect of a first victory in Blackpool, and it could come against the 15 seed from Scotland. Now, Peter did say that when he made the 2017 final against Phil Taylor, he paid him a little bit too much respect because that was Phil's last ever game here. There have been plenty of times since then where he's paid respect in a lesser sense and just brutalised opponents, especially in 2021 taking the title. It's a slightly different barrel he's using here, Peter Wright. It's the same construct, but an older dart. Interesting way of doing it. This game has gone into overdrive with the scoring though. No 180s in the first 5 legs, now we've got 3 in a leg and a half.
Yeah, they're turning it on here at the Winter Gardens. Have been entertained royally this afternoon. Thanks for joining us on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe and spread the word. We're here all the way through the Winter Gardens till a week today when we will know the winner of this magnificent trophy. 161 to hold throw for Wright, who's under the pump again.
We love a 161. Does Peter Wright? He does not. He's just above that treble 20 with the first dart, and yet again, but only just.
50.
Rolls his eyes at only 60 scored. Wattimena's got 81. He's on double 13 to take it. He's just a little bit wide to the right to have a blitz of 2 legs and 23 darts. Is he going to be back? As he's lumbered on 26. Wright needs 101 to get his second leg of the contest.
No trebles, it's treble 19 the target, and he's just above it. So Wattimena will be back for 26 and a 6-1 lead.
Playing beautifully as well. Misses it high and right, then a little bit lower, but still right to target. And then again, 4 times now, he's missed double 13, all right of that segment. And this one could be all right for Peter if he gets 52. There's the single 12, double top, just under the top wire, perfectly delivered. It's a bit of a let-off for Snakebite, but he'll take it for 5-2 down.
Yeah, capitalises on missed darts from Wattimena, 4 of them. Should have been 6-1 to the good.
Should have been in the distance. He still is, he's 3 ahead. But just a little bit of fragility that maybe Peter Wright can exploit here. I think he's gone to a different dart. It's either a slightly different weight because he's picked up on something on the stage in the first 5 legs, or he's gone to this dart because it's got slightly less grip on it. Sometimes when you get a new dart, it's got a bit too much grip and it needs working in. These have got a bit of age. They're a bit like Tiger Woods' putter. These darts have won him a world championship and a world match play in the same season.
Yeah, some year that for Snakebite. Those former glories, can they be regathered? He's got his work cut out here. Wattimena's on the big fish. We've seen some great finishes. We'd like a big fish here from Wattimena. Didn't hit the first treble, does get a treble 19. So Wright will get a look at 130 for a breaker throw.
The right word right now for this 130 finish would be galvanising. To get within 2, just above the treble, needs it this time with dart 2 and nestles it in. Bullseye for a 130 for Snakey. Gets the semi-bull, and Wattimena's back for 74 and a 6-2 lead.
Hits treble 14, leaves double 16. Clinical. Having missed in the last leg, he makes no mistake there. Takes out the 74 in double quick time.
Take away the double 13 misses. He's been perfect on the doubles pretty much. Well, 13 is unlucky for some. It's been unfortunate for Wattimena. So stay away from double 13, Jermaine. Peter Wright doesn't stay away from the 60 there. He gets a maximum. The second of the contest. He needs a few more of those to get within striking distance of Wattimena. He's going to be trailing at the next break, come what may.
Yeah, it's just a question of how many by. Wattimena, I think, would gladly split the next 2 legs and lead 7-3 at the interval.
Absolutely. 7-3 would be dream street for him. But then, when you've never won here and you get closer to the winning line, that's where the heart starts to flutter. You think, is this going to be that game that finally breaks the duck? I've been there, it's horrible. But once you get that win in the bank, you just feel like, okay, now I can relax a bit. But in the course of this game, you can't relax until you've hit a final double.
100.
Yeah, well, he's in good shape. Wattimena, 101.63, 55% on the doubles, leads 6-2.
59.
161 for Wright this time, and he's got 6 from here. Wattimena can only leave 177. Just to the left of the centre of the 60, and he gets another Peter Wright. He's going to lay up perfectly. Big one to leave tops. Interesting play there from Peter. He's decided to leave tops instead of double 16, which means something's happened in practice to make him do this. Tops it is for 6-3 down.
Tops he gets, it is 6-3. Big leg incoming here for Wattimena on his own throw, and he's off and flying with a 140.
Yeah, he's got darts that have a uniform grip pattern, pretty much from 0.5 centimetre from the top to 0.5 centimetre from the bottom. If there is a little bit of colour on that barrel, it's ice blue. A very aggressive grip pattern as well, but he delivers them quickly with nice rhythm these days, and that's one of the reasons why he's improved. His rhythm is better than it has been in previous years. Doubles up on the 140s at the start of leg number 10, and he's got Peter Wright very much on the ropes here.
Yeah, he has. He's closing in on the 7th leg.
97.
2-2-1 he needs, right way back. Can't get down to a finish from 3.66. Well, the best visit though from Wattimena. He's not on a finish yet.
Yeah, he went for the 25 and bull with the last start to try and leave a finish. He got a single 1. Wright can get back into this leg, but he needs a couple of trebles. He's not going to get them. He's going to have to settle for 60, which had that treble 20 bed completely surrounded. And that is a bit of a sigh of relief for Jermaine. He's trebleless once again. Wright's got one more chance to get back into this 10th leg. This has got to be 136 or more.
He's hit a single 19, he's got to get a treble, and he does it. He hits big 7. So this is a really poor leg. 4 visits in, and he's only just over halfway through the leg. 1-2-2 for Wattimena. Needed treble 19, didn't find it.
Earlier on in this game, Wattimena took out 138 for an 18 dart leg. It was crucial for him to get a little bit of relaxation on the stage. He's thrown 15 in this leg, he's left 24. Peter Wright has hit 90 to leave 130. This is to lead 7 legs to 3, and he's double 6, and it's right in the heart. This might be the best opportunity that Jermaine Wattimena's had to win a match at the match play since his debut year, and that was 7 years ago. He's 7-3 up on the 2021 champion. If Peter Wright wasn't in trouble after the first break, he very much is now 4 behind.
Yeah, trail 4-1 at the first interval. Now that is 7-3. Wattimena taking out that session on throw by 3 legs to 2. Still to come, Chisnall against Dedeker. That is the final game. Ian Danter and Chris Mason will take you through that. Then we'll get a little break. We'll be back tonight 7 o'clock for all 4 of the next first round ties. It start off with Gary Anderson. He's in action. He will be taking on Luke Woodhouse. Jonny Clayton will take on Martin Schindler. Luke Little will take on Ryan Searle. And Stephen Bunting, having a wow of a year, will take on Ryan Joyce, who was the last player to qualify for the match play. Will he make it through to round 2? Great day of darts so far, Nico. We go back, reflect for people who maybe just joined us. Damon Heta knocked out despite averaging over 100, over 50% on his double. He lost 12-10 to Andrew Gilding in an absolute belter. Gilding averaged just under 102, was 48% on his doubles.
Damon is a very amiable, affable guy. He is more than happy to stand there and chat to you about anything from cricket, rugby, darts, football, the lot. He's one of the nicest guys that we have on our circuit, and to see him play that well and to feel the way he feels right now, I can only put my hand on my heart and say I understand it. I lost to Wes Newton in a tie-break situation here, and at the end of that I needed weeks to recover. It was a horrible situation. Obviously Damon's lost for the 2nd consecutive time on this stage with a 100+ average. He's working so hard in his game, and he's coming up against people who seem to lift their level against him. I know it's not really a consolation right now for Damon, but he's playing beautifully. I think it's the right time for him to go back to Australia, go home, get some home comforts, and just keep playing well, keep working hard, because something is coming. I can feel it for Damon Heta. Gilding had his day, and he might just have a great tournament, you never know. Gilding was superb today.
Yeah, well, he made the quarterfinals, didn't he, last year, Andrew Gilding. He's through to the last 16 with that win. He will take on Dirk van Duijvenbode, who we saw win earlier. He was 6-2 down to Rob Cross. Cross made a real mess. Double 16 he needed in the 15th leg. It was level at 7-7. Dirk was on a bit of a charge, but Cross had darts to take out the leg. He bust his score. Van Duijvenbode stepped in that 1-3-6 with the double out. Never looked back. Dirk, impressive really. He was on the ropes. He was getting a bit angry with the crowd as well, wasn't he, at one point, but he's turned it around to win.
Oh, that's Dirk, isn't it? He just likes to interact in some sort of way. If he gets displeased about something, he'll give you a facial expression and you know exactly what he's thinking. But the Rob Cross ship right now is like a lobster boat in the North Atlantic. It's just a bit up and down, very tumultuous. You don't know what's going to happen with the next lobster pot. So over the course of the summer, what Rob's got to do is, whether it's stuff that's going on off the hockey or on the hockey, he's just got to find a way to steady the ship a little bit, because it just feels like his aura is electric in a bad way. Whereas Dirk is the kind of player who seems to be figuring something out. It's like he's in a speedboat and he's going over the waves with a smile on his face because he knows he's playing all right. I'm really keen to see what Peter Wright's using here. It might be a second change of equipment. It's definitely a change of flights. He's using a multicoloured barrel, which is completely different to what he used prior to this session starting. It's a luminescent yellow moulded flight and stem combo. Well, it's Peter Wright, 3 different setups. Are we surprised? Probably not.
Well, whatever he's using, he needs them to start going in the target a little bit more often than they are doing at the moment. Only 60 scored there for Wright. 7-3 trails. Wattimena averaging 98 and 54% on his doubles.
Spoken to Peter many times about this constant changing of equipment. He believes it's a strength, so I believe him. But I keep coming back to my own thoughts and speaking to Chris Mason about this. How can you be comfortable constantly changing what's in your fingertips? You lose feel.
How is it? I'd love to know how he thinks it's a strength. That would be my question to him.
He's a mad genius, is Peter Wright. If he goes on to win this game from 7-3 down, then we'll hold our hands up and say, yes, Peter Wright is a genius. And he is one of the top 10 best players of all time. That's not even up for debate. But he is on 108 here after 12 with the darts in leg 11. He needs to maybe expose Wattimena to a situation here that he's never succeeded in. Peter Wright has. He's got 57 with the first dart and a single 19 for 108 out. He just misses double 16 to the left and low. Wattimena's back on 291.
Yeah, he's a mile away. We saw Joe Cullen bust 108, didn't we, last night? He hit 2 triple 19s. Double 16 then for a 4th leg for Snakebite. And a 4th leg he has. He moves within 3, but he needs breaks and he needs them quickly.
Do you know who the happiest person was in the Winter Gardens last night? When Cameron Menzies bust 178, it was Joe Cullen, because nobody was talking about him busting 108 with 2 darts anymore, because Menzies was funnier.
I didn't see him laugh. Well, actually, he might have laughed in embarrassment.
140.
Dirk van Duijvenbode knows a thing about busting 180. He did at the Worlds against Van Barneveld. Took him a couple of seasons to pretty much recover from that. He has recovered. He's into the last 16 of this event. Peter Wright's starting to play some pretty good darts here. His balance with this setup that he's got right now looks very good. 97 scored to bring his total in leg number 12 down to 264, and Wattimena's just slowing down a little bit here.
Yeah, he is. I mentioned he's a streaky player. Is he about to just have a little downturn in his form? Right, he's going to nick the darts here if he can get a big treble. He's got 1, he'd love 2. He's on 264, reduced that by 140. Advantage right in leg number 12.
Very much so. Going up a gear from the last leg to this one.
41.
Only 41 from Wattimena. He's not getting down to a finish before Wright all of a sudden. Wright is 3 behind, and he's got this shot. He's got the treble 20 as well. Down for the 16s, only gets a single, but he's got the luxury of laying up for 32. And interestingly, this time he did choose to leave 32 instead of tops.
Yeah, well, he hit it in the last leg. Is he going to hit it again here and get the first of 2 breaks he needs? New darts, and he's got new form. That's back-to-back legs and a first break for Snakebite.
Every time he changes his kit now, I'm going to refer to Peter as shedding his skin and then rejuvenating himself. Well, he shed his skin twice in this game. Oh, it's a little warm out there. It's been warmer though. But Peter is playing better right now than Jermaine Wattimena is, and there's only 2 between them. Anything can happen right now. Wattimena has never won at the Winter Gardens or in the 2020 version of this championship, which was in Milton Keynes. It's not just this place, it's the tournament he has not won in. And maybe Peter Wright can just see him and can sense him getting a little bit nervous towards the back end or the business end of this game.
Yeah, it's a great point. Paul Nicholson alongside myself, Mark Wilson, Ian Danter and Chris Mason will be bringing you the last game. Producer Matt here as ever, live at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool. All darts, every session covered across the talkSPORT network. And here, Wattimena's down to 2-6-1. All of a sudden, Snakebites resurgence is just stumbling in leg 13.
This is a 50-50 leg. Wright has the darts.
41.
He relinquished the throw just then, leaving 2-4-7. Wattimena's only scored 41 from 2-6-1 though. This is the chance for Wright to get to a finish first. Two small 20s, has to go for cover. It's a beautiful 57 cover shot there to leave 150 as his wife Joanne watches on somewhat nervously. He would love to come back on Wednesday night for a game with either Searle or Littler, but there's a lot of work to do. It starts here with 150 at 7-5 down.
Yeah, it does. And he can't get a treble to start the combo. So Wattimena gets a look. Nice last start from Wright, leaves 56. But Wattimena 1-2-5. He's missed the outer ball, so the shot's off. So Wright is going to get a look at 56 for a third leg on the spin.
Yeah, Wattimena hasn't won a leg since the break. This is very much a snakebite session. It will continue if he takes out 56 here. 16 is very safe. Double top for 7-6 down. Tops is right on the money. And Wattimena's under pressure now. 7-6 up, but he's got to defend his own throw just to make sure he's ahead in this game.
Well, we saw Dirk van Duijvenbode come from 6-2 down to win. Snakebite was 6-2 down as well earlier on. Is it going to be darting deja vu? That was a loose start, maybe just lost his grip on that one.
Did the right thing, he just took a step back there, Peter. That was a bad dart into the big five. And maybe that's something that Wattimena can expose. Wright's had a good spell here at the start of the last session, but Wattimena's having the better of this 14th leg so far. Wright's got to bite back, and this is the best way to do it. We've had 4 maximums in the game, 2 apiece. Peter puts himself ahead in that category. What a way to recover after a bad start.
Yeah, it's game on now, isn't it? Ton Wattimena down to 1-6-1, right on 2-7-7 is at the hockey now. He needs to make sure he gets down to a finish. Got to find a treble of some description. Well, he's not got one with his opening. Only a ton, not enough.
Shook his head after dart 2 because he knows that Wattimena's got 6 from 1-6-1. He might just need 3. He was smart. He didn't go for the bullseye after hitting the 60 and the treble 17. He doesn't care that the crowd are booing, because hitting the big 18 to leave 32 was the right thing to do. And he's going to get a dart at a double for the first time in this session.
Yeah, not had a go at last 3. Misses with dart 1 inside. Double 8, misses inside. Big moments. Oh, those were not great. Not great at all. And Peter Wright has got 120 to level up the match.
Biggest shot of the match potentially. Snakebite 120, 7-6 down. There's half of them. 60 hit. Safe 20, you betcha. Climb the ladder to tops, Peter, for 7-7. And he misses it just underneath. The biggest dart of the match is missed, and Wattimena's on Desmond. 2 2s, misses it high. Double 1. Madhouse, and he's in the lead by 2 once again. Only just. And the relief on Jermaine Wattimena's face at taking the 8-6 lead is palpable.
You made a great point earlier about how he's constantly looking over to his team that are sat in the VIP area. He almost looks like a child who's looking for approval from a grown-up.
Correct.
Yeah.
I've spotted this over the course of his career. He needs someone to feed him a little bit of visual motivation. It's essential to his success. If he's on his own, he's got no one to look at. There's always somebody with him.
45.
It can be a lonely place up there, as you know. Having someone there just in your corner, and he's weathered a bit of a storm. It took him 5 darts to hit the double he needed to lead 8-6, but he leads 8-6. And he's 47 in front on the right throw here, right at the hockey. 3-5-8 plays 3-1-1.
Jermaine's still vulnerable in this game. He's only just won 1 leg to stop the rot. He's still 2 away from victory, and that's if he wins by 2 legs. Wright has the luxury of that tiny little blip of losing leg 14, but then he's got to go back to the drawing board and put in another blitz. If he can win the next 2 legs, then we've got a really interesting game once again. 3-05 for Wright. Goes down for cover after 65 scored, and small 3 does not help him. Leaves 2-3-7. Wattimena better off on 2-1-4 here. And that cover on the treble 19 to score 97 has done him the world of good.
It has. He's on 1-1-7. Looking to go within 1 of victory. A first ever Blackpool victory in the match play.
1-3-7 chased the last game. Wright's left 1-3-7. Wattimena's got 1-1-7. He's got tops for a 9-6 lead. He's missed tops. To lead by 3 and to be within 1. Is lightning going to strike twice in Blackpool here on Sunday afternoon? 1-3-7 is the number. Doesn't get the treble 19, so Wattimena's going to get a look at winning leg 15 to be within 1 leg of his first World Match Play victory.
2 10s for Wattimena, becomes 2 5s. A high, safe dart. Oh, 2 miss. More misses for Wattimena.
What does Wright do on 93? Is it bull? Is it 57? 3 darts in hand. He's got the 57. That's the gutsy move, double 18. That's what world champions do. He looks at the dart in his hand as if to say, do you know what? I didn't need you. You can stay where you are. There's 2 in the board that have given me a 7th leg. It's 8-7, and this one is getting very, very interesting.
And Wattimena, who took 5 goes at the double in the last leg, has missed 4 darts in that leg as well. And it's now 8-7. Wattimena, it would have been for a break of throw, so he's still on the Wattimena throw here. But you can feel the pressure building and the crowd certainly getting behind the Scotsman here.
Yeah, Jermaine Wattimena's had a bit of a road trip in his career. He's never taken the off-ramp to Victoryville. But right now, that street sign says, welcome to Snakebites House. Because everybody is saying, Peter Wright, Peter Wright, Peter Wright. This is getting very, very edgy. This is a 91 average game, but it's really, really good. Wright's doubling has been better. The last few attempts at a double for Wattimena have been a bit suspect.
Yeah, those last 3 through weren't great. And here goes Wright. He was looking for a max. He'd take a 140, but he only gets a ton. Nudges in front, but marginally. 305 plays 284. Wattimena above and below the 60 bed, and then switches, doesn't find cover. He's here for the taking for me, Wattimena.
Yeah, I agree. Wright will be trying to reel this in 1 dart at a time. 80 with the first 2 here from 284. That 140 is absolutely sublime. The delivery of that 3rd dart was absolutely pinpoint. 144 left, and Wattimena is struggling to keep pace. He's got the 8-7 lead, but he looks second favourite at this point in time.
144, treble 20, another one of those, just clips away. Knows he'll be back though, there's no panic from Snakebite. Well, Jermaine Wattimena, it's like he's walking on the promenade here at Blackpool. He can see the Blackpool Tower in the distance, but no matter how far he goes, he's not getting any closer.
Yeah, he wants to get closer. It's like he's walking on ice. He's left 53. Snakebite's got 48 to make it 8 legs apiece. Hits double 16 with his first attempt. And that eye roll from Jermaine Wattimena as if to say, not this place again, not this tournament again. What have I got to do to get a victory? Well, he's got to take out the 2-time world champion. This is going to be very, very interesting. Right now has got the darts back at 8-all, and he is favourite to win.
Are we going to see a player for the 2nd time in 2 games overturn a 6-2 deficit in a race to 10? Rob Cross led. Dirk van Duijvenbode 6-2. Van Duijvenbode wins it 10-8. Wattimena led Peter Wright 6-2. It's now 8-8, and Wright's got the throw here.
sometimes you've got to look at people's careers and understand. Wright has won the 3rd most European Tour events in the history of the PDC. He's one of the best players the world has ever seen. He's won stuff everywhere. And he's won here as well. But that Wattimena 180, it's the first in a while for him. That's exactly what he needed, to start asking questions of snakebite. Has he got the answer? Of course he has. 301's about to shrink with a maximum. That is an absolute snake-bitten moment from Peter, as if to say, no matter what you do, Jermaine, I've got the answer.
Yeah, and only 60 for Wattimena, who looks anxiously over at the right scorecard. 1-2-1 to lead 9-8. He's won 5 of the last 6 legs. Not going to go unless he can take the treble 17. He's eyeing up the 1-6-1. What is he going to go for it? I think he is. Oh, he gets it. Bullseye for the lead for Snakebite. No, wide of the target to the left.
Yeah, that one went left. 1-6-1 for Wattimena's on. He needs the ball for the 1-6-1. And he's gone left of the bullseye as well, but it was closer than Snakebite's shot. And now Peter can take the lead with 39. He can go down south for 7. He gets that double 16 next door. Misses it just a little bit left, but he's got one in the tank. And he's missed it to the right-hand side. Wattimena could get the lead back with 25.
Double 8. Inside, double 4. And that is in the middle. And the machine gun fist pumps the air here. He's stopped the rot. And crucially, he's broken the throw. Wright missed multiple darts there to go in front 9-8. And Wattimena is throwing for the match, and he's in the red bit. He's tucking in 140 to start.
This is the point of no return for the 2021 match play champion. If he doesn't win this leg, he's going home. He's got to keep pace with Wattimena, who's had a brilliant start to this leg. That's a classy ton from Peter Wright, because he got the 60 with the last dart. But Wattimena's got bullets. Plenty of them. 5 successive hits at the treble 20. He can smell victory. Will he cross the line? Has Peter Wright got anything left? Treble 20, a gritting of the teeth and a big 5. 85's not enough to leave himself on 316.
The first time he's missed multiple darts at a double, and it's going to cost him, you feel, because Wattimena now is left after 9 darts on 58. He knows he's nearly there. A little bit of personal history. 4 times he's been on that stage, and 4 times he's come off it as a loser. But now he's got time on his hands. 18 for tops for the match. A wild first start, and then he hits double 1, so 2 match starts have been, but he will be back.
There's no guarantee that Wattimena's going to take that 38 next time. Peter knows this. 219 for Peter Wright. He's got to bring it down. He will do. Single 20, treble 20. Gets the treble 19, pressure applied. Can Wattimena finish the job? Gets the 6, it wasn't central. He misses the double 16. He hits the double 8! And finally, 7 years on from his debut, Jermaine Wattimena is a winner at the World Matchplay. It's taken the best part of a decade for him to finally break his duck in this tournament. He was tested and questions were asked, but when he got his chance, he needed a second crack at it, but he got it done. Peter Wright is out of the World Matchplay. Another seed has fallen, and here on Sunday afternoon, it is seed again, and once again, they're all falling at the hands of the qualifiers.
They are indeed. 3 out of 3 have gone by the wayside today. Wattimena, the latest player through to the last 16. Just 1 more match to come this afternoon, but fear not, we'll be back at 7 o'clock anyway with 4 more crackers. Well, this next one could be anything. Dave Chisnall takes on Mike De Decker. That is up next. But it's Jermaine Wattimena who finally gets to taste success at the Winter Gardens. He's beat Peter Wright by 10 legs to 8.